Part 3. How to find the best keyword to target. Here's that simple keyword research exercise that I promised to show you. The one that helped me find these 4 cool keywords that we were discussing just now. I told you that I found them by putting myself in the shoes of people who love reading fantasy fiction books and just guessing what kind of things they might be searching for in Google. But the search queries that I originally brainstormed were actually a bit different. What are the books similar to Harry Potter, fantasy books like The Hobbit, books similar to The Lord of the Rings, what authors write in the style of Terry Pratchett? And according to Ahrefs Keywords Explorer, none of them has any decent monthly search volume. But I don't care about the search volume of these queries. We already know that there are hundreds of ways to Google for the exact same thing. That's why I always look at the search results for each of these search queries and see how much traffic the top ranking pages get in total. So by clicking on the SERP dropdown, I can see that the page that ranks number 1 for books similar to the Lord of the Rings search query gets almost 500 visits per month, and that is in the US alone. The total search traffic to this page across all countries is almost 1,000 visits per month. So clearly this topic has some decent search traffic potential, even though my original search query had almost no search demand. And if I want to get all this search traffic to my own site, I will have to write an article that would be quite similar to this top ranking one. So let's see what else we can learn about this number 1 ranking page. Did you notice the column called top keyword? It shows me a search query that is slightly different from my original one, but it has a profoundly bigger search volume. Where does this top keyword come from? As you can see, this article ranks for almost 900 different keywords, and the top keyword that we feature here is the one that brings the most traffic to this article. Which makes it safe to assume that the most popular search query that people use to search for book recommendations similar to Lord of the Rings is exactly this one. And it would also be safe to assume that if your article will rank high for this top keyword, it will also rank for all other longer tail keywords that basically mean the same thing. Because this is exactly what we see happening here with this top ranking article that ranks for almost 1,000 search queries. So if I were to write an article on this topic, I would not target my original search query and title my article something like 10 awesome books similar to The Lord of the Rings, because it doesn't represent the most popular search query that people put into Google. I would instead target the search query with the biggest search volume and title my article 10 awesome books like The Lord of the Rings. This is how you find the most commonly used search query for whatever topic you want to write about. So please pause this video and try this little exercise. Step 1. Put yourself in the shoes of your potential customers and think about the things that they might be searching for in Google. Word these search queries in any way that makes sense to you and put them into Ahrefs Keywords Explorer tool as is. Step 2. Explore the search results for each of your search queries and see how much search traffic they get in total. Step 3. Look at the top keyword that brings the most search traffic to each of these pages and notice how different it is to your original search query and if it has a vastly bigger search volume. Step 4. Note down the articles with the highest search traffic along with their top keyword. And that is exactly how I create my lists of content ideas. I have the top keyword, which describes the topic that needs to be covered, along with this monthly search volume, and I have the URLs of a few top ranking articles that get the most search traffic for the topic. And the next thing I want to know is how difficult it would be to outrank these articles and get all this traffic to myself.